Welcome to Hot Takes Unless You Agree. This is week 3, episode 3. I'm Anton,
I'm Alex.
and let's dive into some stuff that's happened this week. Personally, if anything, what I want to address off the top of my head, off the rip, the Packers. I just want to talk about that. What are your feelings about it?
Yeah, a little week 3 recap. Packers. It was funny. I was working at the bar I work at. I worked the opening shift, so I was there throughout the whole 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock games. And me and this guy were having a conversation. Who are the most complete rosters at the moment in the NFL? And that at that particular time, the Rams were beating the Eagles. I think they were up by 10 or 12 or so. And so it came to the Ravens and the Packers. We said we agreed those were the top teams in terms of, roster construction. And it's funny, they both lost in embarrassing fashion almost. Ravens on Monday night and Packers Sunday 1 p.m.
It's like the least scoring game and then like the highest scoring game of the week.
Yeah, they're both shitty for different reasons almost. Yeah, every time they showed the Packers game on Red Zone, it was just Jordan Love taking another sack, or the very end when they had the field goal block. I didn't really get a good chance to because I was only watching Red Zone and they only showed points, so there's not a lot of points in that Packers game. But you were talking a little bit before. I think just Myles Garrett is the best just defensive player right now, even on a. I mean, they have solid players all around the ball on defense on the Browns, but he just takes 2 steps, punches a guy, 2 steps, speed. He has like all infinite moves.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who he's going against either.
With the Packers game, I agree but also disagree. So what happened with the Packers game, from what I watched, it was kind of hard. I had to watch it on my phone, so I was like kind of zoning in and out of it. Basically, he did dominate, but he was contained enough throughout that game. It was just the play calling from the Packers. I think it was the route combinations. It was they ran Josh Jacobs 16 times. I think he only had like 40 yards. It was like a very inefficient game, and a lot of it came down to the fact that so you start out the game, you have your quarterback's getting hit, he's getting sacked. Okay, we got to switch it up. We got to give him some easy passes to complete. It's kind of like the Bryce situation. You know how like I think I mentioned in the previous episode, like the Bryce is like the play calling is like you got to make it easy. If it's hard, it's easy. But there's a skill gap. So like for this one, it's like it's more complex because you just got to get your guy going and he's going to execute. And they just didn't do that. Throughout the whole game, they gave up on the run. I'm pretty sure completely. It was constantly routes that take 2, 3, 4 seconds to develop. Okay, you do have Myles Garrett coming at you. Yeah. Jordan's going to have to roll out. He's still looking down the field because it's like, yeah, I understand the game plan. I'm sure a lot of those routes were probably open by the end of the route or by the end of the play. You just don't have the time. So, like, why are you sticking to that game plan where you have a quarterback who's able to complete those easy, like a flat route? Just get a completion, get him 3-4 yards up the field. Guy over the middle, like just give it to him, like so that way he's not sitting in the pocket, just waiting to get hit, having to roll out. Nobody's open because the routes take so long to develop. Also, the receivers weren't necessarily getting fully open, but like you saw there was a golden catch that was for like 30 yards, and it was like right up the sideline. It's like, okay, I understand. Yeah, he could have, but I mean, I get it. He's fast. There's a lot of momentum. But like things like that, it's like, why are we waiting for those plays? That's been kind of like the Packers' problem also last year because like the easy things were getting dropped, the hard things were getting dropped. Now we can complete the hard things, but like, okay, so like the team, every defense can just defend 15 yards up the field, and it's like, okay, you don't have an option route. What happened to the tight ends executed? I understand Kraft was hurt, but he still played.
That's what I was going to say.
And the backup tight end is the only one that scored, I'm pretty sure, that game.
But he's like third string, too.
Yeah,
wasn't even
behind Musgrave. Yeah.
I think that was a big part of it. Kraft, he was playing limited snaps. Reed, first game without Reed in its entirety. You know, Reed, he's I wouldn't obviously he's not the best wide receiver in the league, but you know he does his job in terms of little gadget stuff, blocking. I don't know. The Browns defense just looks like a
They look good.
Like
I'm
a-
not
like a
gonna say
house.
that. I'll give them their flowers. Like they did look good. Myles Garrett again. I'm not saying he.
yeah. There's
I
a
thi-
couple of clips, and I think I sent you the one where they are like triple teaming Garrett off the edge.
Oh, I might have
It was
missed that
like
one.
a conga line. There's just like three offensive linemen just lined up behind each
It's like,
other.
what are you doing? Come on.
And then there is the other clip of off the snap, Garrett just fucking destroys his matchup.
He's
And
good.
the
He's
offensive lineman was like, Jordan, run,
good. Yeah. Yeah.
which is so
like,
embarrassing.
That is embarrassing. And like again, like I'm gonna give them their flowers. They did a perfect game plan, but that game plan shouldn't be that easy if you are beating the Lions, like scoring points.
Yeah.
Packers still kept them. The defense kept them to 13 points, which I'm pretty sure is still the league leading defense in points scored against.
So after seeing kind of this unfold, because I guess the first week the Lions game, the Lions were never even close. Even the second game, Commanders never really had a window to get back in the game. Seeing this kind of the opposite unfold, where Packers could never really get a rhythm going. Does this change? I guess your opinion or your because everyone was talking about Packers top three
like
team.
my confidence in the team.
Yeah, has this changed at all, or is this you kind of expect throughout a long NFL season a team to have a little bit ups and downs?
I'm glad it happened when it happened. So it's better than these were the struggles of the Packers early on in the season. So you can and they stayed the same. And then obviously we go into the colder months. They go into the tundra. It's like the Packers start winning and executing. So I'm glad they figured out week 3. It sounds early, but I think it's valid enough to where they performed well against contending teams. To where I'm like 90% confident, 10% okay, we're back to what we were. Packers are going to win games. They have a lot of weapons. I just don't every year, it's just a coaching thing. It's always the play calling. I don't understand it. But then they catch their rhythm and you're like, oh my God,
LaFleur
these
has been
randoms
there
can
for a
get
while.
it. Josh Jacobs is going to start running the ball again. But it's what are we doing? Why is it always some kind of, and I don't know what, obviously, I'm not a coach in the NFL. I'm not a player in the NFL. I don't know what kind of pressure maybe they're, or what the players are telling, or what kind of feedback the coaches are getting on maybe we can't do this. They have a lot of inside leverage. Okay, so we got to run these kinds of plays. Linebackers are constantly floating. Okay, cool. I don't know if that's what it is. I'll rewatch the game film if you want me to.
So I saw a clip before the game. I think it was on Thursday, leading up to the Browns game, and I'm not sure who the player was, but it was a lineman, defensive, offensive lineman of sorts, kind of talking to reporters after practice in the locker room. And the guy, he was basically just saying we're going to go undefeated. We're not really worried about anybody on the schedule.
Zach Tom, honestly, he might have been the one that said that because
it's kind of interesting because it's NFL. Like I said, it's a long season.
Mm-hmm. Longer now, especially.
17 games.
Mm-hmm.
And after the Browns game, LaFleur, he was pissed because, obviously he's a coach. It's on social media. Everybody sees it. And he was basically shitting on that mentality. Basically it's a long season. You have to, if you don't focus on every individual game, you will get lost. And you'll lose sight of the eventual, goal of a Super Bowl.
See, but I disagree with that. Are you saying that was a response to the guy saying that we're going to go into?
Yeah, LaFleur hated that.
No, that's stupid because you want big dick mentality. How else are you going to win games? If you're coming into a game and being okay, we got to take it. If a team is good, I doubt there's ever been a team that was good and their best players didn't think that they were the best.
Yeah.
You can't be shut up. You're just. Obviously, I really don't think the mentality of going undefeated is what ruined the Packers. I think it was just a lot of conservative play calling, a lot of or non-conservative play calling. They were they wanted to throw bombs, but just in general, you want your guys to be hyped up. You want your guys to have like fire in them,
Right.
I understand being like grounded, but why would you ever go into a game
It
not
was,
thinking that you're going to beat that team?
Packers left tackle Rasheed Walker.
Oh, it was
Quote,
close.
I think we can go undefeated pound for pound. I look at these other teams and I don't really see who's better than us, honestly.
Why would you not say that? You want to also hype up your guys. You want to be like, we're the best. We're going to do the best. Like, no, be quiet. Focus on playing the Browns.
I think there is a balance, though, talking in-house versus to the media. Because if you...
But what if it reflects the house?
But like
what if they all
somebody,
think that?
like, before the game, it's just like bulletin board material. Like these guys, like Browns, they're not a great team. No one has any expectations for them to be a great team, but they see this guy saying, like, we don't think that they're better than us. Then the Browns are like, they see that and they're like, oh, we're fucking fired up. We want to shove it down these guys' throat.
Yeah, but I mean, also a record of like 2-0 going into a game is like one of the few undefeated teams. The other teams are previous Super Bowl contenders. Like, I don't think it's gonna affect your mentality that much. Like, you already know that they think they're better than you. You're the Browns. You already know.
Right.
You're the. I don't know. Like you're Tennessee.
And the
you're not gonna get
Browns
fired
did it.
up because a tackle is being like, we're better than you. You already know they're better than you. They just outperformed. Packers played poorly. That's what happened. The Packers, if they just play the same way or like adjusted in somewhat like
Right.
any way, they would have shit on the Browns. It would have been a massacre.
And
In my opinion, the
yeah.
defense looked good. Their defense does look legit, but I think it's just the scheming.
Their offense
grab
is
the water.
putrid, for sure. I think. What was it going? Oh, it's even worse that the Browns did it to the Packers in their new doo-doo shit-stained jerseys. It's
The
all
stupid
brown
helmets.
with the orange stripe or whatever. I do think this week will be telling for sure. Humongous matchup for the Packers and the Cowboys on Sunday Night Football. Get to see Parsons versus old team. If we see something similar that we saw this past week with the Packers, I think it might be like like I was saying, just a mentality thing. Kind of
Maybe.
just like in their divas, like mentally soft. Because not to say that the Browns are a bad team, so it's just kind of how you respond to that. It's a long season. Everybody messes up in the NFL. The Bills will have bad games. Who else is undefeated? The Eagles are going to have a bad game eventually. Chargers, it's just how you let it, how you build off of it. You can't let something like that define
And
your,
I
your
agree.
season.
I agree. Honestly, I mean, well, this matchup, it's Sunday Night Football, right?
Yeah, are you nervous at all?
No.
The Cowboys lost to the Bears in embarrassing fashion this past week.
I don't want to jinx them, but like, pretty sure 2 of the Cowboys starting offensive linemen are out. CD's out.
Yeah, CD will be out for sure. They said.
We're just looking at a team that's, I don't know. They lost. Kenny Clark got hurt this week, and I'm not sure if he's going to play this coming Sunday.
Yeah, it
but
sucks for
they're just like falling apart.
their defense is so horrible. And who would have thought after trading your best defensive player that your defense would not play good?
Yeah,
It's
I think
kinda
Diggs
shocking.
came out too.
He got burnt by Odunze in the first quarter, I think, or second quarter, and then he got hurt. I
It's
believe.
just it's a
I
lot
don't know if
going
he
on
got
there.
hurt or he was just embarrassed, kind of thing.
I'll just take a step back. I don't know. I'm not really scared, but like also I wasn't scared of the Browns. Looking back at it though, I mean the Browns really did look crisp. I don't think the Cowboys have the ability to like keep
Cowboys
their composure
only
like that
win
without their
yeah.
stars.
Their only win was the overtime thriller with the Giants that we covered.
That's another thing. Jackson Dart's starting for the rest of the season apparently.
Yeah, I
think
was on the
Daboll said
record
that.
last week saying Russ was cooking delicious meals, and he just I don't know what happened. He just totally lost his chef's hat, and
Yeah,
Was just-
running giveaways.
he was cooking up turnovers,
Yeah.
as they say.
Okay.
And so they benched him.
For the season, I saw a thing that was like he is.
It was coming eventually.
Dart's going to be for the rest of the season the starter. I saw a take on this. Hear me out. It's such a stupid move by the Giants. because instead of keeping Dart, okay, so like initially the stupid move was having Russell Wilson come in. You have like a washed up kind of vet come in.
We have Jameis too.
Two washed up vets. Just fun to watch Jameis. You got to admit, Jameis isn't going to take him to the playoffs, but it's just fun to watch him. I'd much rather watch either. Yeah, definitely Jameis. But so they brought him in, have Dart. Instead of letting him sit behind a Super Bowl winning vet, even if they suck, which they will suck with Dart anyway.
Oh yeah.
They're going to force him to like try to rally this dumpster fire instead of like letting him develop, like it's I understand they need to switch it up, and also like their head coach doesn't want to get fired, which he should get fired, but it's just they're setting him up for failure unless he balls out. I don't see this being a positive for Dart in his career.
He's coming out first game against the Chargers defense.
Yeah, congratulations.
Which has been
you're fucked.
Kind of on fire. Handled the Chiefs week 1. Raiders was even close week 2. Held the Broncos. I think they scored 21. And Bo Nix looked pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean that's just like, what do you like? Why? Why do you? There's no need to rush. Yes, Russ
it's a
played
tough.
Poorly.
Their schedule. If you didn't do it this week, next week they have the Saints. Probably would have been a better debut spot. Saints, probably worst team in the NFL. But after the Saints, it's Eagles, Broncos, Eagles, 49ers. So if you didn't start,
who was doing the matchmaking for who was like, let's give him the hardest schedule possible.
And after that, it's Bears, Packers, Lions. So it's like,
God, dude.
If you didn't start him now, maybe yes, you could have done next week. But there's no good spot. And for
it's a good spot, but just like ride it out. You guys are gonna lose anyway, and nobody's. I don't think anybody's judging the Giants for like having like drafting Dart. Like there's zero.
It was kind of surprising.
You're not, but like you're still not pressured. He's not like the first overall pick in your bench for Russell Wilson. Like you might as well let him sit, see what happens. I kind of get that thing because that's what the Browns did every year.
There's
like,
always
just run these guys and destroy them.
You could do the Mahomes way where they, like you're saying, sit behind Alex Smith the whole season, kind of just watch and learn. But I do think there's value to just throwing them out there. Kind of seeing what they got.
That's what the preseason is for.
They kind of did that with kind of similar with Josh Allen. I remember he didn't start the first week. Bills got blown out by the Ravens, and then after that they just were like, "Fuck it, we have nothing to lose." I think Bills ended up going like 6-10, but you saw the flashes. Obviously Allen wasn't a complete product at that point, but he was hurdling guys and running around.
Just doing him.
I think that's like where, because there's nothing beats live game reps. You can practice all you want. You can VR. But until you see Myles Garrett coming at you in real time, you're not going to know kind of what it's like and what to do. Obviously, he's going to have growing pains. All rookies do. Like we're seeing with Cam Ward, who was the first overall pick. Kind of Titans have the worst offense in the league. Their coach, Brian Callahan, already said, I'm not calling plays anymore.
But like, what do you do with that? Like, what's the? I never understand these teams. It's the Tennessee, the Browns, Raiders for a while. Like, what are we doing? Like, why would you
Genty but have no O line, so they can't run the ball anyway?
And then his career, you're wasting. I mean, sure, load management is just like you don't want his career to end in 3 games.
Yeah.
Like I get it, but like. Well, what are we doing? Like draft. If you're gonna draft a guy on a shit team, you might as well have some kind of like mentor. Like the Russ situation, honestly, like I would, if I was a quarterback, he's cringe, but he's got a good headspace. Like it is cringe that he does like fake practice reps or whatever. Like it is stupid, but at the same time, like that could help a developing young player. But instead, like we're throwing like Cam Ward's just thrown in the fire. Okay.
Yeah.
Just because you're talented, but like
he's not. Obviously, he's shown.
The same thing happened to Anthony Richardson. I think I was high on Anthony Richardson. He is kind of stupid, but like
those guys, he was raw. Like guys like that, like Mahomes, Allen might have benefited from sitting. Who would have knows? But Dart, he's a little bit older prospect. He had good wide receivers at Ole Miss throughout his tenure. I think just like there's no reason you shouldn't be kind of pumped if you're a Giants fan or Malik Neighbors fantasy owner. Russ is just like, it's just silly to me that like you watched Steelers Russ last year and you're like, oh, this is a good idea, because Steelers Russ was horrible too.
Well, yeah, and then we got Aaron Rodgers cooking now.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers beat the Pats. But yeah, I don't know. I can see both sides to the coin, but I think Dable, he had Josh Allen. He kind of helped develop Josh Allen in Buffalo, so I don't think it's the worst move in the world.
I don't know. He might just be holding on to. We'll see.
It could be trying to save his job, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I don't think this will be the week to see per se versus the Chargers.
Yeah. Also, not gonna watch.
I was pissed that I did not get Chargers defense and waivers. But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
I guess kind of just keep going along with the recap. Got the Packers rant out of the way. I know as the game was unfolding, I was like, I know this is going to be a good segment, a good chunk of the podcast.
Yeah.
Bills Dolphins was the Thursday night game. Unfortunately, it was the first week where the takes didn't hit. I think I said James Cook 2 touchdowns, did not hit. He got 1 touchdown.
No, only halfway.
Over receiving yards didn't happen, but Kincaid got more than 3 catches. So.
Achane got receptions though. I think we should have bet on that. I was thinking about that.
Yeah, he got
like
hella catches. PPR monster.
Mm-hmm.
It's unfortunate because it's just like scam points, but that's how the game works.
That's what it is, yeah. Something that the Packers and the Panthers need to get used to, just like easy guys to just like dump off. What are we doing?
Dolphins were surprisingly competitive in that game. Still lost by double digits, but who knows? I think that team is kind of just chopped.
Yeah, I think they're just done. I just
paying Tua. Fuck, man, I could not. If I had to pay Tua $40 million, I would lose my mind.
Dude, if I was the fans, I would class action lawsuit for mental distress or like whatever it is. Like that's just.
He had the game losing.
I gotta look back at when they signed him. I gotta look back at like the options they had, like who was coming up in the draft and who was available, and them like paying him after he went like brain dead. They paid him after he got CTE, right? Or like after it was like the first concussion.
Yeah, I think
it wasn't like the gang signs concussion. It was the other one.
Yeah.
I gotta use the bathroom. It's cool.
Be right back.
All right.
Just keep on recapping the games. Kind of touched on it a little bit. There's crazy amount of blocked field goals and field goal returns and special teams craziness. I was kind of talking in the first half when I was at work. I was like, these games kind of suck. Just like no points. I guess the Bengals had a lot of points, but it was just Vikings blowing them out. And then the witching hour hit, and man, it was intense, insanity. It was like kind of one of the best windows we've had.
Since week 1.
Oh, yeah.
Week 1
Browns blocked the Packers' game-winning field goal and then hit their own game winner. Rams got their game winner blocked and returned for a touchdown versus the Eagles. There's another one too. Bucks and Jets. Jets blocked. I don't know if you saw that when the Jets guy jumped over the O-line so cleanly and didn't touch anybody, blocked it himself and returned it for a touchdown himself.
Somebody, I think my girlfriend was asking me. She's like, "Why is that legal?" I can't remember somebody because you can't jump over the center anymore. But it's a leverage thing. You can't
can't touch them.
Yeah, you can't touch them. You also can't use other people to jump over. You have to like straight up Cam Chancellor against the Panthers jump over.
And that brought it. I wish the Jets won, so the meme would be more out there. But Aaron Glenn, I don't know if you saw after they blocked the strut that he did. His body. I don't think he knew what
that
he
was crazy.
Doing.
He must have pulled that out. That's probably been like 20 years since he moved like that.
Yeah, he was just
or he's
the
like that at
happiest
home.
he's ever been, and he's just fucking busting out some moves. But
that was pretty cool.
Baker, I called it at the bar. I was like, Baker's just a gamer, dude. He's just. Whenever he needs to turn it on, he can do it. He's one of those dog genes. So Bucks ended up winning that one. Oh yeah, and it was also funny. They had on Red Zone the double box. Browns kicking their field goal and the Rams kicking theirs. And I told the people there, I was like, watch, the Browns suck. They're gonna get their field goal blocked, and the Rams are gonna win it. And it
It's just
flip
the
flopped.
opposite. Yeah.
And my manager, he had Eagles minus 3.5, and so as they were returning it, he was fucking going ballistic. One of the worst beats if you had the opposite, Rams covering 3.5, because Jordan Davis, he did not need to return it. Usually guys just fall on the ball, but he wanted that. He's going to be bringing that up in contract time. He's like, I got a touchdown.
I can do this.
Yeah.
I'm 400
I'm pretty sure
pounds.
he blocked it too and returned it.
400-pound guy, dude.
So it's pretty sick, sick ending to the 1 o'clock games. Another crazy 1 o'clock game, but crazy in just a way you didn't expect it. The Panthers blowing out the Falcons, like not even close.
That's another field goal game. They just missed every opportunity to score.
Romo missed 2 field goals early, and then the Falcons never really got anything going after that. Michael Penix looked horrible.
Honestly, okay, here's my take on that game. Watching it, just keep giving it to Bijan, dude. He was averaging like 7 yards a carry, and they would
That's like
stop.
their whole scheme
Just
is just
do
Bijan.
But they could have just done it the whole game. They would basically receive the kickoff, run it with Bijan, get to midfield, maybe one more carry, maybe a pass, just line up for a field goal, miss the field goal. That's the whole game.
In and shit. Mooney would drop hella passes.
It's just bad, but you just run. That's just get the rhythm, score once, dude, and just the confidence. Once you're getting shut out by the Panthers. If I'm on that field and I have to go back out, I'm like, dude, what the
Kirk
fuck
Cousins.
is the point? What am I doing? Yeah, Kirk. Oh yeah, the
it was like 10
$47
minutes
million
left in the
quarterback.
fourth too. It wasn't even like the game was like. I mean, it was over, but there was still a lot of time left.
Yeah, but
it was just lit because the Panthers won and the city was alive.
First time since 2015.
Panthers won by 30.
Yeah, it was a shutout.
Oh, with the shutout.
Yeah, it was.
30-0. Panthers offense really didn't have to do anything. Just given short field, they pick 6. They had another short field off a pick too.
Bryce had 160 passing yards, I think.
Yeah, Ted had some amazing catches. He had that one he jumped 4 feet in the air over the DB.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
He's easily their best player on offense. I don't even think that's debatable.
Nah.
Maybe you could say
zero
Chuba.
Catches, 0 catches in that game.
And it's something to build off. I know it was kind of like a division rivalry game, so I don't want to say that this should be the new normal for the Panthers.
No,
winning 30-0.
But it does. Okay, so my initial reading of that division was going to be the Bucks, Atlanta second, Saints, Panthers. But Atlanta's dog shit. The Saints are bad.
Saints are really bad.
Panthers somehow are better than the Falcons, so now they're number 2. The Bucks are not going to. I can't. There's no way they don't win that division. But all 3 other teams are so bad. Yeah,
they've won all their games by game-winning drives by Baker.
Yeah,
the Panthers got Patriots this week in Foxborough.
I don't even know what to do with that.
A harder matchup. Patriots are minus 5.5, so pretty decent on the spread.
Packers are minus 8.5.
Patriots lost to the Steelers, so it's not like the Patriots are a great team by any means. They have their bugaboos. Their running backs keep fumbling.
They've got decent. Patriots have enough grit and enough.
I think they turned the ball over 5 times versus the Steelers.
5 times.
Jesus. I think so. I think that's what I read. So they definitely have their own problems.
Maybe it will be a good game, honestly. Maybe that game is just nonsense fest. 15 return
Drake May
kicks.
had a fumble and a pick. Stevenson had 2 fumbles and Gibson had a fumble. 5 turnovers. Rodgers threw his 509th career touchdown.
Brett Favre.
Past Favre. I know he was that was on his fucking calendar.
He needed that.
He hated Favre.
Probably literally played this year just to do that.
You can tell he's a little old now, Rodgers, but he's still he's still there mentally. Dude, it's just his body.
Listen, when he flicks, there was a back shoulder fade. He threw it to Calvin Austin.
The touchdown?
Yeah. Back shoulder. It was vintage Rodgers. I was like, oh, dude, it's so satisfying because it's just and then
he flicks it.
And if you just have the receiver who's not stupid, he's just
he hits the
discount
double check.
So
classic.
sick. I was hyped. That was pretty fucking cool to see him.
This Broncos Chargers was another weird game. Just kind of a defensive matchup the whole way. And it was just Herbert making plays at the end. There's the one, the last touchdown, I think, to Keenan Allen. He had the dude in his face and he just sidearms it, or literally around the dude's helmet. Perfect accuracy as well while getting hit. We kind of touched on the Chargers last week in our pretenders contenders, and they're backing us up with our contender take.
No, I mean you got to get a dog to be a contender.
And like we said, they play the Giants, so they're probably going to go, or they should go 4-0.
Let's hope. Unless Jackson
so
darts the future.
Pretty huge for their division. And the Chiefs finally got a win on the board and beat the Giants. So I don't know who made the schedule, but that's like an insane Sunday night football game. Giants, Chiefs. I guess it was in New York City, so maybe that was the draw. Mahomes in New York City, but no one could have thought the Giants were going to be good.
Yeah, like I don't like they did nothing and
put the Eagles Rams on Sunday night football or something.
Yeah, just anybody. Honestly, like Packers Browns.
Kind of just wrapping up week 3. It was the Ravens and Lions. Kind of a sick ass game, not gonna lie.
Crazy game. That was so satisfying to watch, dude.
Halftime was 14-14, so you had 4 touchdowns, some big plays, but I don't think anybody really expected that second half. Just kind of Lions domination. Sacked Lamar, I think 7 times. Yeah. Lamar has never been sacked that many times in a game.
I don't know what the deal was. He didn't want to throw the ball away. He didn't want to, but he also he looks like he's a little bit slower.
Yeah,
a lot of his
fat or slow. He could never escape that last.
He would go
last second
and then just get toe tapped.
Henry's finally looking human, and he had a big touchdown rumble at the beginning, but similar with the Bills game, late game fumble. Not that it lost them the game, but it definitely didn't help their comeback.
Yeah, I think they figured him out. I think it's
like a perfect punch by Hutchinson.
It's what happens when you have a 6'3" running back going outside. I think he got him because it was an outside handoff. So he wasn't between the tackles or the guards or anything. Where majority of his big runs are like up the middle. I think when you have a guy going out and he's running tall, it's a lot easier to get, especially by skill players versus like linebackers who are literally just trying to chop him at his knees. You know, if they get blocked, you're up the field. I don't know. I'm still high on Henry.
Yeah, I saw a stat. It was like over the previous 4 years, he had, I don't know, it was like a handful, like 4 fumbles, and then this year alone, he has that many.
Yeah.
I think it is to like big running backs like that. It is a little bit easier for them to fumble. Just
how you use them. If he just ran up like right past the center, I don't think anybody.
I think that was like the touchdown he had previously in the first quarter. He just between the tackles.
He's an inside. He's a tall guy that runs inside. He's not fast.
He does hit like 20 miles an hour though.
That's because he's tall, but like it's the acceleration. I'm saying like he's not going to be Montgomery who had a hat trick. I'm pretty sure, didn't he?
He had 2.
He had 2.
But he had that big 70-yard. It was kind of similar play, 70 yards up the middle. The Ravens guy punched the fuck out of him, but he still held on. I don't know if that's just because, like we're saying, he's a smaller guy. But yeah, pretty decent slate of games. Better than week 2, but probably on par with week 1 just in terms of entertainment value.
Yeah, that's cool. It was a cool. Even like I was forced to watch the Panthers this week because my girlfriend is a Panthers fan, so we had to have it on the TV. I had to watch the Packers play on my phone, and I was still entertained. Like it was cool.
Oh yeah,
it was just cool to watch. I mean, it's good football. Finally, we got it. Maybe they do know what they're doing with the matchups. Maybe the script is gonna hit new ratings.
Yeah, so we're getting to week 4, almost a fourth of the way through the season. Kind of crazy to think about. Definitely got a decent slate of games this week too. Seahawks Cardinals this Thursday. Recording on Wednesday, so tomorrow. Seahawks, they look pretty good. Even the Cardinals look decent.
They lost James Conner.
James Conner hurt. Nasty injury. Don't recommend watching it if you haven't already.
Did he break his leg?
It was like his ankle. He was getting tackled, but the defender was holding onto his foot. So his foot stayed planted while his whole body fell sideways. So it is nasty.
Just actual broken ankle.
So they're Cardinals and Seahawks are both 2-1. Cardinals are surprising me this year. Their defense is vastly improved. Will Johnson, rookie corners, kind of just a beast. Kind of reminds me of young Ramsey. Just big ass corner, can hit. I do think Trey Benson's solid backup for the Cardinals.
Yeah, he was performing well, even playing like a secondary role. He was, I mean, consistent enough.
Kind of good receiving back.
Young.
It's kind of a weird game. It's a 1.5 point spread in terms of the Seahawks, over under 43.5 at the moment.
43.5. I can definitely see that. You wanna make our takes on that?
Yeah, I was thinking. I was trying to grasp some picks earlier today. The only one I really liked was Benson over catches. I think it's 2.5 catches, so 3 catches.
Yeah,
I
mean, just run 3 screens. That's all.
Yeah,
you need.
he's a receiving back already, so he kind of is. That's like was his role. Now he'll just get more of the rushing game. My gut says the Cardinals will be down, so that kind of helps with the prediction as well. Seahawks, they just destroyed the Saints. I think they almost scored 50 last week, so they're kind of riding high. They have JSN and Darnold connection kind of going crazy.
It's happening. JSN's back. Should have been a Packer.
Do you have any strong feelings?
I've definitely hit the over. I think it's going to be defenses are good enough, but if the defenses can't contain like they're not like super good, I think both teams have the potential and the stars to like score a lot.
Yeah.
And there's enough like just offensive nonsense that goes on to where I think like trick plays and things like they're going to both score in my opinion.
The defenses are playing really well, but they don't have like Parsons and Garrett, neither of these defenses to like game wreckers. They're kind of just playing, good scheme, playing well together at the moment.
It's not going to be like the Lions, Ravens, where like there's literally no defense, but like I think it's just going to be 43.5. 43.5 is not bad. I think this should hit.
I think all these teams like the Cardinals lost 15-16 this past week.
Probably Trey McBride touchdown anytime. That would be my
He scored
take.
this past week.
Yeah,
oh my God, I was raging at the bar. I had a parlay of it was Sutton who scored. Third guy's escaping me, but he scored already as well. Last guy was Marv Harrison Jr. And it was $5. Nothing crazy. $5, but to win $90. And he had, I think, 2 or 3 opportunities in the end zone. He just couldn't. He was the best college wide receiver like I've seen, and now he's just like a fucking pumpkin in the NFL. Body catches, jumping wall catches.
Might just be like nervous play.
I almost like made one of my takes take the under on his stuff, but I think it's just rage, emotional betting. So I'm gonna leave his props out of it.
I had a similar parlay for the Monday night game. It was Derrick Henry anytime, Bateman anytime, and a DeAndre Hopkins anytime. Hopkins sold, even though he scored in the past 2 games.
Yeah, I had
it was tragic.
I had one like that too. It was another 2 legs hit. I had Laporta over 4.5 catches, and he got 4 catches.
Dude, he just didn't play. I also had him in a couple parlays to score, and he just didn't play. Amon-Ra always a safe bet. So if you're
he's sick.
Not legitimate
into the hot mic.
Yeah,
I'm the what do you say? I'm the realist.
I think he said I fucking
bitch
or like something.
I've run this shit.
I've run this shit, and then
blank. It's kind of a tough one to bet on, but I do think the Benson 3+ catches is pretty good luck. Good hot take of the week.
Honestly, that's one of those games. I think if you sit down and look at their like role players, you can probably make safe bets. Just alternate rushing yards, receiving yards. Just look at their trends. I'm assuming they're pretty easy to predict.
JSN's probably they feed JSN. I think it's pretty high receiving yard lines. I think it was like 75. I still think he might hit that though.
I would give for receptions on that, honestly.
He slot god. We also have our first international game this week. Don't forget to set your fantasy lineups, set your clocks.
It's my first international.
I'm pretty sure Vikings,
Didn't
Steelers.
Chiefs and Eagles play.
Oh. Yeah, they did play. Well, but that was still. That was a
like you're saying,
Friday.
like different times, like
Yeah,
different
Chiefs
side of the
and
world.
Chargers did play in Brazil week 1 on Friday, but yeah, we have a 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Vikings, Steelers,
What, London,
in Dublin, Ireland.
the same thing.
It's kind of crazy because the Vikings they
Same time
play they play back-to-back weeks overseas. They play the Browns next week in London
Dude,
as
what
well.
kind of contract is this?
I would hate to be on the Vikings, but regardless, I think it's I always love those international games. They're kind of like just like breakfast before the NFL slate on Sunday.
I hate them.
Really? You don't like them?
No, because so typically I either have to work on a Sunday or I'm asleep. I'm not waking up at 9 a.m. to watch and the games aren't
That
even
is
that
true.
great because of like there's just always like field problems or just like
Jet
it
lag.
doesn't look real. Like it seems like it's slightly offbeat. So I just sleep through them if I could. Most likely wake up at halftime, maybe like 11
That's
o'clock,
true, yeah.
and then that's when I start my day. But I'm not waking up at 9 a.m. to watch it overseas.
Yeah, I close Saturday, so I'll get off at like 3 a.m. I don't know if I'll be able to wake up
I
in
think
time.
either one of us is gonna watch that game. Maybe at work. If I'm bored at work, maybe I'll throw it on.
Maybe I'll just fucking wake up and go get some mimosas.
Oh, actually, the only benefit of a 9 a.m. game when I am working is I'm usually having to get up at like 6 a.m. Make a slight little 9 a.m. parlay.
Yeah.
Give me some juice for the day.
That one, I don't know. I feel like Vikings are kind of just rolling right now since not benching. J.J. McCarthy got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Beat the Bengals by like 40 points. So that's something to look out for. I guess mixed opinions on the international game, but I like them.
It's cool. It's cool if you're on vacation and you're like, oh shit,
It's
Vikings.
something to do.
Vikings are in Dublin. You're like, I'm in Dublin too.
Oh, that'd be cool, yeah.
Like it would be kind of cool if you're an American. It's like, oh wait, they actually, or like just a fan, regardless. Like, oh, there's something cool happening here
Yeah.
that I can never get to see normally. Yeah, I can see that perspective.
Some other cool matchups. We got Bucks, Eagles, kind of a rivalry matchup. They always kind of seem to play each other in the playoffs. I remember Bucks upset them a couple years ago.
It's gonna be fun.
They're both undefeated, I believe. So 3-0 versus 3-0. Someone's got to lose.
It's gonna be the Eagles.
I think it's going to be another. It's probably going to be similar to that Rams game.
Wait, Mike Evans is out, isn't he?
Yeah, Mike Evans.
I don't know.
He's tweaked his hammy. He's always kind of had hammy problems.
Godwin's questionable, I think, for this week. Actually,
I doubt Godwin will play. Just kind of he broke his leg not even a year ago. If he does play,
It's
I
doable,
don't
man.
think he's going to be that effective. Even Ibuka's beat up, kind of banged up. He played limited snaps this past game. So yeah, it's just all signs, at least to me, are pointing to Eagles win there.
Honestly, I agree with you.
Bucky is good, but he's not that good to carry, I think. But we got Colts Rams, another decent game. Rams should have been undefeated, but that mishap on that field goal versus the Eagles. And then Colts are undefeated. Kind of another litmus test for the Colts. I know they already beat the Broncos, which was a good game. But the Rams are kind of different firepower on offense with Puka and Adams.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Daniel Jones.
He has to fuck up eventually.
Yeah, he's
You'd
got to
think.
come crashing and burning. Otherwise,
think.
he's gonna have a perfect career.
He might be an MVP candidate if he does it.
It's gonna come down. As a team, it's gonna come down. I don't know. I don't trust the Colts.
Yeah, we'll see. This is like the first prove-it game. If they do win this one, it definitely will change, at least in my eyes, kind of their outlook.
No, I'll watch their games.
I think I was just I'm a big Colts hater. I'll say it. I think I said it before, but I had their win total under 5.5 wins, so they already have 3. So I'm just kind of begging them to lose games.
Waiting for them to crash and burn.
Yeah.
Like, literally, just not win a game.
So my cash out on that parlay is in the dumps. Another crazy game. Ravens Chiefs. Both teams are 1-2. Loser is 1-3. Kind of back in their division in the AFC. It's gonna be kind of hard to dig out of that hole. We did say last week's. I think we differed. You said Chiefs were contenders. I said pretenders. it's hard for me to see them beating the Ravens this week, especially how they played against the Giants.
It's going to be a chess match. I think it's going to be it's not going to be the Lions-Ravens game. It's going to be like
It's going to be like 21,
21-25, like some random score, but a lot of it I think is going to come down to the Chiefs are going to have to rally, and I think it might be their breaking point in terms of like how the season goes, because they can go on a run. In my opinion, it's just you can never take it. It's just too good of a staff and too good of a lineup. But I think this is the week that they're going to be like,
it's make or break.
We're going to prove it, and I think the Ravens just don't have the defensive IQ to be able to like stop Andy Reid, Mahomes, and
Roquan Smith looks washed.
It's not going to be like a crazy game, I don't think. But
I think Worthy will probably be back. First game back since Kelsey broke his shoulder.
Is he? Is he already back?
He was supposed to. They were saying he might play last week, so I think this week he'll probably get back out there.
Like
maybe in limited
the
snaps.
McCaffrey thing, where they're like, he's questionable, and it's like he's actually not playing the entire season. This guy's done. Go ahead.
So that's another good one. Kind of already touched on Cowboys, Packers. Kind of expect a Packers bounce back performance, especially with how bad the Cowboys defense is.
Mm-hmm.
We have another Monday night doubleheader this week.
Oh, that's right.
Albeit kind of a different setup than the first one we had. The first doubleheader we had was a 7 o'clock game and a 10 o'clock game. This week we have a 7:15 and an 8:15, so there'll be some overlap.
Who's giving these ratings? Like, who is like, this is when the people want to watch? Because even so 8:15, so West Coast people are just getting off work still. I understood the 10 o'clock. I'm like, okay, like people get to go home.
It's on ABC and ESPN, so even I think
it's impossible to watch for free, essentially, unless you have public television.
Jets, Dolphins first. Both teams are 0-3, so somebody will get their first win. And then Bengals, Broncos is the later, if you count it later, an hour later.
It's two stupid games.
Kind of dog shit games. I think the Jets, Dolphins will be a good game just in terms of shit show potential.
Yeah, it'll be fun. I am looking forward to that game.
Bengals, Broncos, though, I just think that'll be just a Broncos domination. Browning looked horrible versus the Vikings, and the Vikings defense is good, but not Broncos good.
Mm-hmm.
But there's I like the double header aspect. I wish they did it not like same time, I guess. Because it's literally like the games will be going on. Like I'll just have to double monitor it up, I guess. I don't know. It's such a weird.
Yeah, it's
like basically saying fuck all four of these teams.
No one's watching.
The ratings will be fucking crazy because if you're not watching one, you're probably watching the other. So I don't know.
I don't know. On
that. NFL, what are you doing?
Yeah, what are they doing?
Cold take.
Give me a Friday game. Just give me another Friday game.
Yeah.
Just one more Friday game, because then. I don't even watch college football, but I get to go and like on Instagram and see just highlights of college football. I'm like, okay, cool. It's like a day where football happened. Instead, I'm over here.
The schedule gets good.
Yeah.
Like week. Let me see. Like week 16.
Week 16.
They have a Thursday game, 2 Saturday games, Sunday, and then Monday, something like that.
I guess they wait for college football season end, or like regular season. I don't know. I don't know what the math is. It's just like, if you're gonna do double.
I guess that is when college ends, but. Anton will be right back. We're back. Kind of finishing up this slate of games. Like I said, the Jets, Dolphins might be a banger. Probably not the other way around.
Should be a banger.
The Bengals will probably get dominated.
I would say big game for Breece Hall. That's what I would say.
So you're gonna go hot take territory?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, James Cook did go crazy on the Dolphins, albeit not 2 touchdowns. So what kind of stat line are you predicting for Breece Hall? I guess in that game,
120 all-purpose.
And
obviously a touchdown, but
I would say pretty big stat line.
I think it's gonna be like 70 on the ground and then one big breakout catch. I don't see them using Braylon Allen this game much.
Yeah, he's kind of after the first week, he's kind of been in the not really that featured.
He got picked up by a lot of people I saw, but like I mean,
He's
I don't
a
know.
handcuff.
Brees is having a season. Last season to me was disappointing. He was on my fantasy team. I was watching. I'm like, okay, he's running back one. Like, he's good. And then he came out this year. He's like, I really don't care about getting recent. Like, he was just like, I gotta lock in. He's locked in enough to where I have confidence. 120 all purpose.
I'm gonna go hot take. Go Sunday Night Football. Cowboys, Packers. Hot take: Parsons will not get a sack.
Hot take.
He might get a tackle for loss in the run game, but I don't think he'll have that moment that we all are kind of expecting, versus old team. I think he'll have a decent game. Don't get me wrong. I don't think he'll get like pancake embarrassed, but I think it'll just be like an average game, kind of just making tackles in the run game. Might get a pressure or two, but no big sack, no game-winning sack.
See, I have the opposite take because of the performance they had against the Browns. So Gary had 2 sacks, so they obviously were compensating, I think, for Micah a lot of the time. And then Gary is obviously not bad. With how bad the Cowboys' offensive line situation is,
Yeah.
and the fact that Micah can line up anywhere, I think they're going to take advantage of that and put up like Van Ness, Gary, and then put Micah like at the 1, and then just see what he does with that. Because I mean, he is him, and he will get there. And if he's playing against a backup guard, like he'll get there eventually. But then again, we'll see how the Cowboys game play, because that's how you're supposed to adjust to things like that, which the Packers didn't do.
I don't know. Hot take: no Parsons sacks. I'm gonna go another hot take. I'm gonna go back-to-back hot takes, just because you made me mad about that early international game. That game's gonna be super sick-ass game. Let me check the spread and whatnot. I know Vikings 2.5-point favorites. We got an over/under of 40. Oh, smash the over. 40 points. I'm saying that game's gonna be a banger. Yeah, Vikings win in a banger, game winner, touchdown drive.
Who's catching it or running it in?
I think. I'm gonna go crazy double down hot take. Vikings Addison first game back.
I was gonna say that.
Off
I was
the
literally
suspension.
he's back.
Here we go. They warm welcome for Addison.
It's gonna either go that way. It's gonna be 2 touchdowns, like 150 yards in his first game back, or it's gonna be like Justin Jefferson would not be a bad pick. The number 2 receiver is back on the team, so he might actually get open finally and perform the way he should be doing. I don't know. That's funny. I was thinking Addison too. I'm like, Addison would be funny, but like it's either gonna be that or nothing. He's either gonna get nothing or he's gonna pop off. There's no in the middle. He's not gonna have a 60-yard 1 touchdown game. It's gonna be 100 yards.
I definitely think they missed him. They tried to getting Thielen in that role, but Thielen's just he's washed now.
It's different. I mean, yeah, Panthers should have kept him.
I don't know. Renfro is decent. He's kind of just younger Thielen.
Thielen's bigger. That's all. I mean, but
thicker, yeah.
Just end zone target. One's a route runner, one's a possession guy, more or less, at this point.
You got any other hot takes you want to talk about?
No, not really.
We went over kind of a lot of games, had some takes kind of throughout.
No, I mean, in terms of games, I think we covered everything.
Yeah. Well, I want to put something out to you guys in the audience. Today, Anton had 2 bathroom breaks. Last podcast, 0. Setting the line 1.5 over under next episode. How many bathroom breaks will Anton take? Put it in the comments. Let me see your hot takes.
It just depends on when my day starts. If I wake up before the podcast, then I don't really have to use the bathroom. But if I've been up for like the past 8 hours, my body's actually like working or whatever.
Bully Anton segment.
Yeah, maybe.
Let me see it in the comments. We'll try and get this episode out before the games tomorrow on Thursday, so you guys can get your bets out there. But yeah, hopefully we had some hot takes, unless you agree.
Yes, sir. Or ma'am.